Welcome back. We are about to hit page 6 in Essential Elements for tenor saxophone. Exciting. We're already on our third page of music here. Now, this page is going to be a lot of review of the notes that we know already. And if you notice, our handy yellow box on the top of there is basically showing us our G, our F, our E, our D, and our C. Those are the notes that we learned on the previous pages, but I think they think it's kind of nice to put it there so you don't have to flip back to be like, oh, what is my F again? So you can just look at it right there. And most of the stuff on this page is stuff that we already know. There's one new type of note that we'll hit in a second. But first of all, let's take a look at number 14. Now this has something interesting. Look at the end of the first line. There's no double bar. And it kind of gives you a little hint there to say, go to the next line. Because there's not a double bar, when you get to the end of it, we're going to go back to the left-hand side of the next line, just like if we were reading a book, and then read that line. And you're only done when you hit the double bar. So let's give it a try. Rolling along. 1, 2, ready, play. Breath. 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 Rest, 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 and double bar. So we play the whole thing there. You might have noticed I was getting a little crackly sound in my in my notes there. That's just fine. That means there's probably a little condensation here from me blowing hot air through it. I can either just blow without squeezing down real quick or suck a little air through it. I'll get that out of there. It happens from time to time, and if you get that, don't worry about it. Just see if you can get a little moisture out of there. Okay, our next yellow box here says half note. Now, what is a half note? If you look, it looks like a quarter note, but it's hollow in the middle. It's hollowed out. And so instead of having one beat, which is a quarter of the measure, now we're going to half note, which is half the measure, meaning it has 2 beats. So when we see those ones, we count them for 2 beats. When we get to the half rest, which is a little box sitting on the line there, that's going to be 2 beats. So it's the same as if you had 2 quarter rests. So let's take a look at number 15 here. We're going to clap through the rhythm first. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, rest. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of put my hands out to say rest. And it has a repeat sign. I didn't repeat, but when we play it, we'll do the repeat here. So see, even I miss them sometimes. But yeah, always take a look at the end and see, make sure it has or does not have a repeat sign. So when we look at number 16, if you notice, it's the same rhythm, but now we have notes attached to it. So now we're going to play it, and clapping ahead of time to make sure that you have all the right rhythms is a great way to get ready for a piece before you play it the first time, so you're not thinking of notes and rhythms. You're thinking of just the rhythms, and then you add in the notes. And it's a little less overwhelming that way. Here we go, number 16. 1, 2, ready, play. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4, and rest. All right, and done, I should say. So yeah, if we got the repeat sign and we got all those half notes and quarter notes and half rest, this is starting to throw a lot of different counting in, so it makes it more interesting. Let's move on to number 17, hot cross buns. 1, 2, ready, play. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4, and done. Now next to that one it says check your embouchure and hand position. So that's a good thing to be. Do I have a good hand position here? Am I making that letter C with my hands on both hands? And check my embouchure. Am I getting a good sound? Am I being too tight? Am I being too loose? Am I taking in enough of the mouthpiece? All of those things can really help you sound better and be more comfortable playing. So One great way to do that is if you ever practice in front of a mirror, you can see exactly what you look like. So I might feel like I'm sitting perfectly straight, but then I look in a mirror and I'm kind of like, you know, I have my mouthpiece really low and I'm chasing it like this, or I have it really high and I'm trying to look at the ceiling. So yeah, playing in front of a mirror every once in a while is a really nice way to give yourself that quick check, like, am I sitting up as straight as I think I am? Am I doing a good position with my hands? Does my embouchure look right? Am I taking in enough mouthpiece? All that kind of stuff. Okay, so our next little yellow box here is a breath mark, and it looks kind of like an apostrophe. It pretty much is, but that's a little thing there showing you where to breathe. So I would, for now, you know, if you need to take a pencil and circle them, go ahead and do that, but let's try to play number 18, Go Tell Aunt Rhody, and we're going to make sure we breathe whenever we see that mark. Now, the trick is going to be that we don't want to lose our steady beat. So whenever we see a breath mark, we have to cut off a little bit of the note that we're playing so we can quick get in a breath and then play the next note right in time. Here we go, number 18. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, rest. Rest, rest, and in. So play through that one a couple times. Make sure that you're able to take a breath and stay right in time. See if you can play it with me. See if you can only breathe where those breath marks are and get all the way through it without losing any time or without getting out of time. Okay, so number 19 is an essential elements quiz. So basically, this is one. Grab your pencil and see if you can write in all the notes that are below there. Write them into the right space and work on getting penmanship and getting it to look as much like the printed one as you can. But we won't do anything with that in the video. All right, so that is page 6 of your essential elements for tenor saxophone. In the next video, we are going to hit page 7. We've got all kinds of fun things, and there's going to be a duet coming up and some stuff like that. So we are moving along really fast. It's very exciting. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video. Talk to you soon.